What we recognise is Western Sydney is such a growing, vibrant area, and so many training companies spend all their time in the CBD, working with companies there, and yet there's so much growth and so much vibrancy out here. And we love working with companies where there's a real sense of let's grow and develop our people and truly become a successful business. We can see massive opportunity out here. In fact, we've already been working with a number of businesses out here, and we just want to be part of that growth. It's a fun space to be. I think the relationship with WSBC is an important one. There's a lot of vibrant businesses here. It's a great way for us to be able to contribute as the area grows, and equally to see those businesses to grow ourselves, which is fun for us. So as a business we grow while we're helping businesses within the Western Sydney area and region to grow as well. We've connected with a number of businesses in Western Sydney through the WSBC right from the start, and then this year we've become platinum partners, and that's been really interesting. That's enabled us to increase the giving that we can do, and in that way it's been both in terms of events, so we've done some of the keynote addresses and also doing the panel discussions there. Plus we've started up a leadership breakfast series which just enables different companies to send people and be part of that whole notion of professional development in a way that's very easy for them. We ensure that those breakfasts are obviously in the Western Sydney area, so it makes it easy for people to attend and then head on through to their businesses as usual. It's been a great way for us to get to know a number of different businesses and to form closer and closer partnerships with many of them as well. We both attend the events ourselves, which we've really enjoyed. You meet some very interesting people when you do that. This year, because we're platinum partners, it means that we also bring a number of guests with us, and that's been terrific to bring some of our clients. Interestingly, some of those clients haven't been associated with WSBC in the past, and both times when we've had guests, they've really enjoyed it and have talked about, how do we also join WSBC? So it's been great for us in terms of a vibrancy, and of course also great in terms of just spreading the word, as it were, that there is an organisation that's very supportive of business, and it's a highly professional organisation as well. Since joining WSBC, it's been great for us to meet a number of businesses, and we've formed quite close partnerships with a number of companies in the area here. In fact, we've become the training company of choice for a number of them, and that's a delight for us. The more you can work with a business, the more you can really customise what you're doing and really meet their needs and help them with the issues that they're facing. And of course, every business has its own unique issues, so being able to customise programs for them and genuinely partner with businesses to make a difference has been a real delight for us. The connections that we're making at WSBC are certainly good quality connections. I think whenever you have a vibrant professional organisation, it attracts those people who are really keen to develop themselves, who have a passion for what they do in their own business, but also have a passion for the area and growing the area. And they're exactly the kind of companies that we like to work with. They look after their people, they want to see their people develop, they realise that having people who are highly skilled in both the hard skills but also the human skills or the soft skills, that will really set them apart in this competitive environment. So yes, we've found great quality leads and really enjoying working with a lot of companies out here. It's a great way to keep our finger on the pulse. So from the events, which obviously are a real plus for us, but also the newsletters. They send out several mail outs as well. We always read those. For us as platinum partners, it's been really interesting to be able to be part of that too. So we also contribute to the newsletters, we contribute articles as well. And that's just a great way for people to keep abreast of what's happening in Western Sydney in a very easy way. You know, it's a quick read but an important read, and I find that I always enjoy the articles that are there. I think in this whole area of training that we're in, it's very easy for companies to say, oh yes, people are our most important asset. Not all companies walk that talk very well. So when you're with companies that belong to WSBC, because they tend to be the vibrant, innovative companies look after their people. When they're looking after their people, they know that they want to have high quality training and development for them, and we customise programs. So it's a great space for us to be, which means yes, when you get a lead, it's highly likely that it will be a lead that will be very genuine, and when we can help it's highly likely that that will be a partnership and an ongoing partnership. That's the interesting thing. It's very rare that we do one-off pieces of work. We're back in again and working more and more closely with each of those companies too, which is great. I think the benefits of bringing people together in the region are twofold. One is that when you have speakers coming to a large group, you tend to be able to attract really good speakers. So you've got really good information coming to people in an easy way for them to gather. It's coming to Western Sydney rather than people needing to go into the CBD, for example. I think secondly, it's the way that the events are run. So the format, and I know perhaps it sounds quite a lengthy event to people when it starts at 11:30 and it goes through until 2 or 2:30. However, I think there's a real benefit to that because that first hour is relaxed and it's drinks and it's speaking to different people. And once you're in the event, you're clearly seated at your table, you're having lunch, you're speaking to the people around you, but it tends to be just to the person to your right and your left. In that initial, there's a vibrancy, there's a mixing of people, and you'll notice I'm hesitating to call it networking because I think so often in networking people are just swapping business cards. That isn't what it's about. It's about having a conversation. The conversation might be with only 2 or 3 people while you're having a drink, but that's when the conversation becomes deeper and more meaningful, and I think those connections are where you really start to see a networking that's genuine as opposed to that sort of pretense pass the business cards around. I would give the advice, definitely do seriously consider, in fact join WSBC, and then attend as many events as you can. And I'd say as well, attend those events with at least 2 people from your business. I think one of the things that can happen is we go, oh, well, let's just send someone. It's really hard for a someone to feel comfortable meeting a number of other people. I also think the benefit of attending an event with somebody else from your business is you go back and you talk about what you've heard, and somebody else has heard the same thing but may have taken different pertinent points to yourselves. So that becomes a vibrant discussion. It's more likely that you share it with other people back in your business. And it's in the ease of access. You can go out in the middle of the day and you can be back at work again in the afternoon. I think the future for us in Western Sydney is really exciting. There are vibrant businesses here. It's a growing area. There's a sense that in the world, it's more and more competitive in the business world now. That means our people need to be better and better. And that's, of course, what we specialise in, helping people to be the best that they can, helping businesses to grow their teams. So whenever you're in a growing area, that means that people will be wanting to and ready to and able to support that idea of really seeing their people and therefore their businesses fly. You can see that there's a growth in confidence as well. And that there was probably a time where I think perhaps some businesses in Western Sydney felt as if they were the poor relations. I think that's changing. I think people are starting to put their shoulders back and feeling proud of the business that they've built and are continuing to build in Western Sydney, and that this is a really vibrant area and will continue to be more and more so, in fact, to have a greater and greater impact. Where will Western Sydney be in the next 10 to 20 years? I think the difference will be that at the moment the talk is probably still Western Sydney will be. The talk will become Western Sydney is. We will have reached that destination, and of course there'll be more growth, but it's the here we are, not this is who we're going to become, and I think that will be really exciting. Then we'll know there's a coming of age of Western Sydney.